Just off the coast of Fiji, we are setting sail for the remote island of Ono to meet with locals, see God move, and to inspire islanders to live their own adventure with Jesus. But along the way, we also discover something unexpected in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. My friends Ali, Shekinah, Katie, and I are asking the question, what is coming to the Pacific Islands? And is there really a missions movement stirring here? But before we set sail, we have a few things we need to get first. Welcome to Suva in Fiji. Today, before we go to the remote island, we have a couple of things we need to complete. The first thing is that we need to get some lava lavas. And after we find some lava lavas, we're going to meet with the contacts who are hosting us for dinner. And from there, hopefully we're going to be able to get onto the boat. I say hopefully because sometimes the boat just doesn't come. All right, time to go find some lava lavas. These are lava lavas, or sulus in Fijian, and we're driving into the city to try and find some before we meet with our contacts tonight. They're what's considered formal attire in the village, and we want to respect and honor the culture while we travel there. Oh, lava lavas.
So we're supposed to check in Jack's. Do I know where that is? No.
While looking for lava lavas, we got to talk to this girl named Sydney.
And then we asked for prayer, and she was like, no, I need to pray for our friend, for Lily. This is, she called her friend over, and we have to pray for them. So, that's so sweet. I got washed. I found a lava lava. Oh, it's so pretty. Look how cute this is.
After our shopping, we went to our contact's house for dinner. Thank you. They wanted to spend time with us before we left and make sure our lava lavas were all right for the village.
Island way.
Lava lavas approved. Now that we're all ready, we can start out on our first leg of our journey. A 7-hour ferry ride across the open ocean. I'm gonna get so seasick. Okay, this is our boat. We're gonna sleep on this boat. We got settled on the upper floor of the boat, hoping to get some sleep through the night. And before long, we were off. We're going on this journey to see what missions looks like here in the Pacific Islands. We're really... I also just got splashed. It's gonna be a long 7 hours. I know I seem pretty cheery here, but I had no idea how bad it was about to get. Good night, and we'll see you in the morning. I was honestly so seasick that I couldn't film this part. This was our boat, and this is what it felt like being on it. And I'm pretty sure I was sleeping in the designated puke zone, but we did eventually make it through the night. Didn't really sleep all that much, but it was an adventure. Now that we completed this leg of the journey, we needed to take a little dingy speedboat to Ono Island. Alright, we're here, I think. Now we have to find our jetty boat, and then we'll head to the island that we're supposed to be at. And after waiting some time, we finally were greeted by a familiar face. This is Jake and Pastor Tom. Jake is co-leading the outreach team that we're coming to visit, and we're staying at Pastor Tom's house. We loaded into the boats and began sailing.
Good morning from Kawala, Kandavo, Fiji.
We're here. Right here. This is where we're fueling up. So because of how remote Ono Island is, it's not easy for them to get supplies on the island. So along with gas for the rest of our trip, we also picked up some food before making our way to Ono Island. It's so pretty, huh?
It's really pretty, but...
Oh no. Slight problem. It's really raining right now. And all of our stuff is in that boat getting just absolutely soaked. I was a little bit scared of the weather, and I was imagining having to bail out our little boat while fending off some crazy sharks. But Pastor Tom seemed pretty unfazed by the rain, and so we got everything we needed and started the final stretch on our way to Ono Island. After getting everything unloaded, we met with the outreach team at Pastor Tom's house. We're going to join them this morning for ministry at the school up the hill. And after, we're going door to door with them to visit with locals. This is one of 7 villages on Ono Island, and the village has about 50 homes, making it one of the bigger villages on the island. Pastor Tom's home is here, and we need to walk up here to the school. But before we go, I asked Pastor Tom about the history of Ono Island and how the gospel spread here.
Looking back, there was a great revival here. I left this village for 7 years, and the love of many has grown cold. There, a church is like stagnant. Something new has to be happening.
Pastor Tom said that we would get the opportunity to share on one of these other villages tomorrow. But before that, we have a whole day of exploring. Up at the school, the team shared the story of Jonah.
Like, what happened when Jonah disobeyed God?
And played some games and ended with some worship. This school, because it's up the hill, has no running water or electricity. Yet even so, teachers from Suva have come to teach the next generation here. After our time in the school, we headed back to split into groups to visit the village. Team 1 was me, Allie, and Jake. Team 2 was Shekinah, Katie, and Austin, the other outreach team leader. My team started by walking upwards towards the school, where we met a group of guys standing around in a circle. Now, unfortunately, you won't be able to hear anything because the mic sounded like this. But we asked them if anyone needed prayer, and this guy named Caleb said that he could really use some prayer. We started getting words for him, and he said that he used to be close to God, but not anymore. But after chatting with him, he rededicated his life to Jesus, and we invited him to join Pastor Tom's church. Now, while we were chatting with Caleb, towards the coast, the girls were chatting with an auntie named Jane. I'll let Shekinah tell you the rest.
We saw kind of like through an open door to one of the houses, a woman that was weaving this mat, was just speaking words of just like courage and being able to encourage her. And then her husband came and just being able to pray for him. He had some health things that they really wanted us to pray for. And so.
Back to our team, Jake felt like God said to find a purple dwarf. And this led us to the other side of the village to meet with this uncle. He invited us into his home and he shared his story with us. He shared that he left the city for a simpler life, and we got to pray for his knee that was in pain. The girls then traveled up to this house and was warmly met by this woman named Sadie. She shared with us that she had some hurt in the past, so she kind of got to pray and encourage her.
It's a psalm unto the Lord, but I also feel like it's a psalm from the Lord to us. It says that I will never leave you nor forsake you, that you will always have my heart.
And for our final house, we went here. And while chatting with this mom of 3, Allie got to share a word with her that was very impactful. We got to pray for healing for her grandma, who said the pain went away after we prayed for her. And we finished up the day with a meal and debriefing with the team. Now we only have one day left here, and we're going to have to travel all the way to this village over here, where we're going to share with the village, including the village eldership, the chief of the whole village. But before we do that, I bet you've never tried to get a coconut from a tree. But maybe you could if you come into our 6-month mission school in Hawaii. If you want to have your own mission experience and go on outreach just like these guys, sign up at the University of Nation of Kona today. The link will be in the description. Now we have a village to get to. As we made our way to shore, I can't help but feel excited that we get to be part of what God is doing here in the island. Once we got to the island, we were told that before we hosted our own church service, we were first going to visit another church on the island. You have to listen to this. This is just a normal Sunday morning church service. After church, the village hosted us for an incredible lunch, and for the first time, ate some puffer fish. Is that a puffer fish?
Oh, it was good.
I have to say 5 out of 5. Now that lunch is done, we have one final thing to do. let's see how God moves. Pastor Tom started by sharing a message, and she kind of shared from her heart the call to go.
He was explaining the stories of how you used to do prayer time from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. I remember him talking about how you were believing for big things. You were believing for new things. The Lord is saying, come into alignment with who I say you are. You are a village of faith. Believe for bigger things to come. Believe for bigger things in your life. Believe for bigger things in your family. Believe for bigger things for this place. I feel like the Lord is saying, you are not the weakest of the weakest. I call you mighty warrior. It is I who says who you are.
After our long journey of crossing the ocean to this little village, meeting with such hospitable and beautiful people, and getting to experience what God was doing across this island and in each of their lives, I think that this is the new thing that Pastor Tom told us about.
I think that I can always feel a strong or new urge of the Spirit impacting individuals right now, to stand up for God, to go for God. Every person that has come into that real relationship with the Lord, those two irresistible love, the love for God and the love for people, it will take us the whole way, all the way.
Over the last couple of days, something was imparted to all of us. Maybe it was spending time with Pastor Tom and his family. Maybe it was seeing God move all the way out here. But our hearts were so filled with love, and I think that's going to stay with us for a very long time. We decided to fly back to Suva to catch our plane in time, but I'm hoping that this journey and this story can inspire you to live your own missions adventure. Special thanks to the University of the Nations Kona for making this trip happen, and for YWAM Suva for hosting us. This video is part of a series of our team traveling across the Pacific to see if God is bringing a missions movement to the Pacific. You can watch the last video from Samoa right here, and our next video is in New Zealand right underneath that. Until next time.